Okay, and then let's check some implementation examples. So OpenZeppelin is a library of smart contracts. This library is one of the most used smart contract libraries. They have a lot of contracts to simply implement, and OpenZeppelin also do audits. So all the contracts here have been audited, which is very, very good. As you can see, this project is maintained and developed following highest standards. So I definitely recommend this library. And let's check an implementation. We go to contracts, token, then ERC20, and then we go to the ERC20.sol. As you can see, this is an implementation of the ERC20. You will see that these functions, name, symbol, decimals, are the same functions that are defined in the standard. Okay? Total supply, the balance of, transfer, allowance, approve, and transfer from. Okay, so as you can see, this smart contract is fully compliant with the ERC20 token standard. Okay, so the good thing is that we can take advantage of this smart contract that is fully audited, that is working in production, and that is fully ready for us to use. It's also well documented. All right, so what we do is in Remix, we can simply copy the address. And here we can say import, and we just paste the link. You will notice that Remix downloaded a lot of files. Okay. And then what we do is, if you remember the inheritance, we simply say my ERC20 token is ERC20. Okay. Then let's do a constructor. And what we are going to do is, if you notice the implementation of OpenZeppelin, in the constructor, you can pass a name and a symbol. Okay. Also notice the underscore. This is very common in some contracts. It depends at the end of the day of your style as developer. So actually, we are just gonna copy this constructor. And I personally like to use the underscore at the beginning. So that's just a simple preference. Okay. So at construction, we are gonna pass the name, the symbol, and then we need to initialize the ERC20. And to initialize, we simply say ERC20, and we are going to pass the name and the symbol that we are receiving. And then we will have automatically a ERC20. Okay. So let's test. Let's go to the deploy and run transactions. And then as you can see, we can pass a name. So I'm going to pass my ERC20. Actually, you don't need quotes, just like that. And then a symbol can be MY2, let's say. So I'm going to transact. And as you can see, the transaction was successful. And now let's see. The token that I deploy contains all the functionality that the standard defines. So let's check decimals. By default, it's using 18 decimals. You can check that here. Okay, as you can see, this is 18. you can actually read the comments when they say tokens usually decide to use 18 to imitate the relationship between ether and weight, because one ether is actually one elevated to the 18 weight. So most of the tokens use that, not all of them. Like the USDC actually uses 8 decimals. So it depends your decision. But in order to change this behavior, you need to override the function. Okay, now let's check the name, my ERC20, the symbol NY2. Total supply is 0 because we don't have any tokens out there yet. We haven't minted anything. So for that reason, if we even check balances here, the balance of is gonna be obviously 0.